Hello, viewers. It's Sentai Michael from Screen Review, bringing you a new podcast from my seventh the Super Sentai review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breach your heart during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain adult language. But again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will have adult language. Will have adult language in this audio podcast recording. If you're over 18, that means you're good to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this and everything else out of the way, let's get into the latest episode of Donbrothers. So basically, the episode kind of starts off like this. We see Hakwa, the other wager, finally at Black Kaido's, coffee shop, finally demanding some answers about how to, finally asking some questions about, asking Black Kaido that, how are you able to morph into Ranger? So basically, blah, just questioning Black Kaido, and what a straight face Black Kaido said, that's not important now. That's not important now. So basically, Kaido was like, what a straight face telling Hako, that's not important. That's not important now. So basically, he converted her contention to a new employee who was named Kaita, who dreams of being a pop star to work at his cafe. So basically, once again, Black Kaido avoided questions for Hakwa by converting her attention to somewhere else. Meanwhile, at the delivery service, at the delivery service where Motel works at, one of his coworkers said his mother is in town. So basically, he was hoping that he would get to visiting friends and family. So basically, he was hoping that he can't look. He's looking forward to to spending some time with his mother and whatnot. And that's when he noticed there were some cookies on the counter. There was, took some cookies on the counter, in the break room. So basically, the open break room floor and whatnot. So he took all the cookies, and basically when the boss came, he was looking forward to getting some of those cookies that was in the break room. So basically, when he saw all the cookies were gone, he asked everybody who was in the room, to answer who took all the cookies. Now, everybody, all the workers, all the employees kept their mouths shut, except for Taro, who ratted out his fellow employee, and that really pissed off the rest of the employees. So basically, because of Momotaro snitched on his fellow employee, he would have to. He had to spend the rest of the week on cleanup duty for the rest of the week. So basically, he will have to be on cleanup duty for the rest of the week, and basically, he won't have no time to spend with his mother while she's in town. So basically, the other employees took Momoto outside and said that, I'm here. That's pretty messed up. how you snitch on your fellow employee of taking cookies that was meant for everybody. But they told Momotaro that if you show up to work tomorrow, we will work. Me and the rest of the employees will walk out of this delivery service, or get you fired. So basically, the so basically, the other employees, were so pissed at Momotaro snitching on a fellow employee over taking cookies that was meant to everybody to get and whatnot. And basically, they say if if you show up, me and the other employees will find a way to get you fired, or we're gonna walk out on this job and get you fired. So basically, Momotaro was gonna walk in the hard place. So basically, Momotaro is basically doesn't get the concept that sometimes you don't have to always tell the truth, and whatnot. So basically, he went to Hakura's, and talked to her. He talked to her about maybe Black Kaido can, talk to Hakura that, to talk to Hakura about Black Kaido, let him work at the coffee shop until he can fix his situation at his delivery job for a while. To work at the coffee shop, at Black Kaido's coffee shop for a while until he fixed his situation. So anyway, Hakura, hope that Momotaro talked to Black Kaido, and Black Kaido said, sure, you can work here, Momotaro. So basically, turned up the new employee, Kaida, was doing a good job. Hakura was kind of jealous that, at her being popular at the coffee shop, and plus he does have a good singing voice and destined to be a pop star. So basically, according to Kaida, I know this pop star, I'm only doing this until this big pop star gives me my big break and whatnot. So basically, this job is just temporary until this big pop star, gives me the green light to help me debut my single, whatnot, to debut me as a pop star and whatnot. So anyway, Momotaro was working at, so basically, while working at Kaido's coffee shop, Momotaro was being brutally honest as usual, capable of not always telling the truth and whatnot. So basically, when all the other Rangers show up, we see the other Rangers showed up at the coffee shop except for Isbar. At this point, the other Rangers don't know that Isbar is the Black Ranger, and Isbar doesn't know that Momotaro and the others are the other Ranger. So basically, the Black Ranger doesn't know about the other Rangers' identities, and the rest of the Rangers doesn't know that Isbar is the Black Ranger. So basically, Isbar showed up at the coffee shop, but two police detectives, spotted him and started to chase him and whatnot. And basically, one of the detectives said, "Have you seen Isbar?" And once again, Momotaro ratted out Isbar and told him which way did he went. And basically, Shinji, Isyoshi, Hakura were pissed off that, why you Ricky rat out Isyoshi, why you Ricky rat out Istar like that, he's an innocent guy. So basically, you like why would you write out Isabel like that? He's an innocent dude and whatnot. So basically he's an innocent dude. So basically, like Moto said that I don't, I don't believe that people should lie. I believe that people should always tell the truth. But since he said that sometimes telling lies, sometimes telling little white lies is the best way to help out people. You just don't help out people sometimes and make life better for your fellow person, for your fellow person and whatnot. So basically, like it's Shinji was like, I bet you can. I bet you haven't even tell a lie. So basically, since you say you're probably incapable of telling a lie. So basically, Motel was like, I could tell a lie if I wanted to. So basically, so tell a lie right now. So basically, like since he said that tell that how about this? Lie about you being about you being a woman. So basically, when Moto tried to lie about him being a woman, he passed out and almost died from trying to lie about him being a woman. So anyway, meanwhile, there's this monster, there's this human who is just a pop singer, being controlled by the Naho monster and whatnot. So basically, there's this human who loves pop singers and being controlled by the Naho monster and kidnapping pop stars. So anyway, later that night, we see Sunai, track down the Beastly, who's in control of the detective that's who's hunting Igba, the Black Ranger. So basically, the Sunai came into contact with the Beastly, taking control of the police and tried to destroy him, but he got away. So anyway, so basically, Sunai tried to destroy the Beastly that took over the detective's body who was hunting the Black Ranger and whatnot. So anyway, and that's when after the Beastie got away, Kaido showed up and bumped into Isbal and basically, Sunai was talking to Kaido about a understanding about good lies and bad lies and whatnot. So basically, sometimes Isbal gave him some wise advice that sometimes lies are necessary to help people out and whatnot. But so other times, lies. But other times it is good to tell the truth sometimes, but sometimes lying can help people out sometimes. So basically, gave Motaro a lecture and whatnot, and basically did this chat together or staring at the moon and whatnot. So anyway, the next day at the coffee shop, it seems like Kaida was doing very well at the coffee shop and have her own little fan group every time she's sitting at the coffee shop. So basically, the pop star that the pop star that was supposed to help her become help her pop star could showed up at the coffee shop, and basically, everybody is wondering, like, oh, you're that pop star that, that kind of says that you're gonna help her career, and basically, it turns out she was lying the whole time, kind of lied the whole time. So was lying about this big pop star helping her with her pop star career. So basically, she ran out and basically, basically ran out after her whole life was exposed and whatnot. So anyway, turns out that she's fake being injured, and fake being attacked by the monster that was kidnapping pop star singers and whatnot. So basically, like, she. So basically, the other rangers find out the truth. So basically, like, she said she always wanted to be a pop star, to make her grandpa proud and whatnot. So basically, when she finally came clean and whatnot, she ran out of the restaurant again. But this time, she was really being attacked by the Naho monster who was kidnapping pop stars. So basically, at first, the other just thought she was lying again, but Motaro was like, she was trying to go outside, and turns out she was, she was telling the truth. So basically, Motaro and the other way just morphed up and started to battle the Naho monster, and basically the Black Ranger did show up in Ranger form, and basically started to fight the foot soldiers and the Naho monster. So basically, they transform into their robot forms and basically took down the Naho monster. And basically some of the foot soldiers. So when they did that, more foot soldiers appeared, and that's when Mobutaro decided to activate a Gottai and combine all the Rangers together into this Megazord form that was human-sized. So basically, they all the Rangers in robot mode, combined together into the human-sized Megazord, the only Tao Jin Megazord, and basically took down the foot soldiers. So basically, as usual, the Naho monster, made himself grow, and basically, lucky for the Rangers, they had a special dish to make them Megazord form grow. So basically, with their new Megazord form, they was able to take down the Naho monster and free all the pop star singers that the Naho monster, captured and whatnot. So basically, everything was good. So basically, Mobutaro decided to make things right at work. So basically, he went back to work and basically helped out his employee that he snitched on to go see his mother who was leaving town. So basically, he did a good thing by helping helping his employee to see his mother before she leave town. So basically, after Motaro did that, his fellow employee, said that, thanks Motaro, you're a good friend, so don't worry about the others, I'll vouch for you. So basically, after he did that, after he made things right with his employees, at a job, Motaro was back at his delivery job. As for Kaida, she finally became a big pop star, and we see her on a big jumbotron screen on the building, starting her pop star hit song, and the episode ended with Motaro staring at Kaida, on the big jumbotron screen, she, being the big pop star, and Motaro going on going to deliver a package, and basically this is how the episode ended. So anyway, this was I just gotta say, this is a good episode. So basically, for me finally this was a good episode in my opinion. We get to we get to we get to we get to dive into deeper about what type of person that Motaro is, and his so, and his him being being a social awkward socially with around people or whatnot. So basically, this was a good episode. In my opinion, and also a good episode to debut a Megazord as well. So anyway, sign off. What you guys think? Sign off. 1,